friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So this is my intro for today. I'm getting ready to leave for vacation, so I haven't had time to film an intro. Today I'm sharing with you the regular line of the Opi Wicked Collection for holiday 2024. This is a 12-piece collection that's currently available at Beyond Polish. I did receive these polishes compliments of Beyond Polish, so thank you so much, Beyond Polish. And Lola's footprints, if you can hear those in the background, Lola says hi. I do have a code with Beyond Polish. That code is BIV10 for 10% off, and I greatly appreciate if you do choose to use my code. Now, without further ado, let's get right to these polishes. I will let you know that I did not do comparisons on all of these. I did do comparisons on most of them. I've been super busy, so some of them, it was hard to find anything that was similar. I did not do comparisons. And I also only did the different lighting on some of these because it's been extremely dark and rainy in Seattle, so I haven't had a chance to get all of the lighting photos that I would like. So I apologize in advance. First up here we have Let's Rejoicify. This is one of my faves from this collection. This is described as a purple with red and gold shimmer, and this polish is absolutely gorgeous. It's a really easy two-coater, and I love shades like this for the winter. Here you can see how the polish looks in indoor lighting under my studio lights, indoors with no special lighting, and then here you can see how it looks outdoors on a gloomy day. And I did not do any comparisons for this one. If you have any requests for comparisons on Let's Rejoicify, let me know, and I'll make some comparison reels for you when I get back from vacation. Next up, another absolute fave. This is Positively Alphaba. And I actually compared this in a reel to Osmopolitan from the Infinite Shine collection. I love both of these, but I think I love Positively Alphaba more. I love how it has the blue tones in it, and it's just so fun, so metallic, and so pretty, and it applies like a dream. Here you can see how the polish looks under my studio lights, and here are some comparisons. So we have Essie Gel Couture's Jade to Measure, and then OPI This Color is Making Waves. I just picked that one up from Marshall's, and it's a stunner. So you guys make sure you check out your Marshalls if you want this polish, because it was like $4.99 and it's so pretty. And then OPI Deck to the Pines, so you can see how all of those compare. Next up, I pulled out Orly Nouveau Riche, and then here we have OPI Osmopolitan from the Wicked Infinite Shine collection, so you can see how those compare. Next up is Defying Gravity. This is a black with blue and silver shimmer, and this is another fave from this collection. This collection knocked it out of the park. And I love the shimmery polishes in this, and all of them have absolutely fabulous formulas. Here you can see how this polish looks under my studio lighting and comparisons. Here we have Essie Payback's a Witch, which is from their one Halloween collection that they did, and that one's pretty gosh darn close. Zoya Dahlia looks close, but it's a pixie dust, so it dries matte and somewhat textured. And then Zoya Viper actually has some holographic shimmer in it. And next up we have Fieros My Manny, and this is a gorgeous cobalt blue. I wasn't the biggest fan of the formula on this one. I actually needed 3 coats on my thumbnail. If you have shorter nails, you may only need 2 coats, but I did really feel like I needed a 3rd coat on this one. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting, and it's so bright and it's so fun. And editing Brandy, filming this a couple of weeks after I filmed my initial intro and the rest of the video, I forgot to include this comparison, so I wanted to bring it up. Sorry, I lost my voice a few days ago and it's just coming back, so that's why it sounds terrible. So here we have comparisons for Fieros My Manny. This is OPI Ring in the blue year was lighter. Actually, all of these were lighter. Orly It's Brittany Beach was lighter, as well as OPI Mi Casa Es Blue Casa. And still editing Brandy here, I forgot to film the information on Galenda. So this is Galenda. It is described as a light pink shimmer. This is a very, very sheer light pink shimmer. I did do 3 coats here, and it built up a little bit, but it's definitely not an opaque polish. But it is a pretty pink shimmer. You can see how it looks here in my swatch photo under studio lighting. In comparisons, I pulled out Essie Expressi FX Ethereal Glow, Essie Special Effects Austral Aura, and OPI Big Celebration, and No Dupe Serre. Next up, another fave from this collection. This is O for Oz sake. This is described as a white polish with pink and green pearlescence. And I can get this opaque in 2 coats on most of my nails, but I did do 3 coats here on my thumbnail, and this one applies so nicely. It also dries really quickly, so it's easy to just build 3 coats up, no problem. And like I said, you could totally get away with 2 coats on short nails, but I wanted to do 3 here. Here you can see how the polish looks in my studio lighting, and then here we have comparisons. So I pulled out Opi Glazed in a Muse. That's one of my favorites. I primarily use that as a topper though. I feel like O for Oz sake was a little bit too opaque to use as a topper. And then Opi Pearl Core it almost looks dirty there. I promise my nail's not dirty. It just looks dirty for some reason. I primarily use that one as a topper too though. And then Essie Expressi FX Iced Out is more pink, so you can see how those compare. Okay, and Glenda The Good. This polish is so pretty. This applies it applies itself. Let's just say that. This has such a nice formula. It's described as a hot pink shimmer. And if you have 15 minutes of flame, you don't need this. I couldn't find my 15 minutes of flame, but I know it's gotta be so close. It has to be a dupe. I did compare it to some other polishes, the polishes that I could actually find coming up here, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, here you can see how it looks under studio lighting and indoors. And indoors, as the sun's going down, and it was pretty dark indoors, and you can see that the polish still basically glows on your nails. And then here we have comparisons. So I have OPI's Blame It on the Mistletoe, OPI Spring Break the Internet, and then OPI Strawberry Waves Forever, so you can see how those compare. And next up we have Oz Amazing. Oz Amazing is described as a light gold shimmer. This is another one that I did 3 coats on my thumbnail, but I was able to get away with 2 coats on my other nails. It's a really nice polish to apply, even though it's 3 coats. I have to put that disclaimer in there, even though it's 3 coats, because I did want to do 3 coats to make this fully opaque on my thumb. It does have kind of almost a green tint to it when you look in some lighting, but for the most part, it's just a pretty gold shimmer. And then here you can see it swatched under my studio lighting and comparisons. Here we have OPI Susie Slinging Mezcal, OPI Snow Holding Back, and then OPI Glitterly Shimmer, so you can see how those compare. And the red, this is Nessa Rose, and this is described as a rosy red cream. I feel like this is one of the darker red creams. It's a really pretty red, but I had issues with that dang OPI brush. I don't know if this one was just more square than others or what, but it was not a fun brush to paint with. I just did 1 coat here, and I felt like it was pretty opaque. I just didn't want to do a 2nd coat because I didn't like the brush. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting and comparisons. Here we have, so OPI Thrillifying, Essie Forever Yummy was probably the closest, and then OPI Rebel with a Claws, so you can see how those compare. Okay, next up we have a Love You So Munchkin, and I don't love this one so Munchkin. This is a yellow and gold shimmer. It's very gold. It has a good formula. It's the same formula basically as Oz Amazing, just it's very yellow gold. I feel like a better name for this polish would have been Yellow Brick Road, and there actually is a Yellow Brick Road in the Infinite Shine collection. I'll show you how that compares to this one. It's another 3-coater. The shimmer's pretty in this, but it just makes my hands look like lobster hands. Here you can see the swatch under studio lighting and comparisons. Here we have Essie's Aim to Misbehave, OPI's Yellow Brick Road, and then OPI the only one, so you can see how those compare. And next up, this is I'm the Wonderfulst. This is a blue polish with multicolored shimmer. This one was another one that I feel like you can get away with 2 coats, but you can see where I pull my nail up, there's a little bit of almost like it needs 1 more coat. So I did a 3rd coat on this one. Do you really need it? Probably not, but I did it anyways. And if you have shorter nails, I'm sure definitely won't need it. Here you can see how the polish looks in different lighting. So indoors under studio lighting, outdoors in the cloudy weather. And then here you can see it indoors when it's basically dark out. The lighting is terrible in that picture. And then comparisons. Here we have OPI LED Marquee, ILMP's Songbird, and then OPI Angel's Flight to Starry Nights, so you can see how those compare. Okay, and last but not least, we have Witch Oclock. This is a gorgeous olive green. This is an easy 2-coater, but I want you guys to watch. On this second coat, it looks streaky because I did not wait for that first coat to dry. When I'm doing a lot of these swatches, I'm just doing them back to back to back, and sometimes I hurry through these just because I'm running short on time. So that's what you get when you don't let the first coat dry. It still looks good. You can just tell that I was impatient. Here you can see how the polish looks under my studio lighting, and then here we have comparisons. So I was surprised. I could not find a green that was the same as this. So I pulled out OPI's Priceless, Essie, Heart of the Jungle, and then Essie's Willow in the Wind, so you can see how those compare. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm really hoping to edit this in the airport and get this up while I'm on vacation. If not, this will be after the new year. If you're seeing this right after the new year, hope you had a happy new year. All right, love you guys. Hope you're doing fabulous. Bye.